Now, Gordon in Somerset. Gordon, mate, are you all right? He said, hi, Alex, I've pulled out 10 of my own teeth. 10, because I cannot get an NHS dentist. If I go private, it could potentially cost £10,000 or more. I went to A&E and was asked to leave. It hurts me after serving 25 years in the army. It's an awful situation. Gordon, that is truly horrific. Pulling out 10 of your own teeth. Do you have many left? I'd recommend the prawn mayo sandwich. Gordon, thanks for your message. No, that is really quite awful to hear that. And Ali in Cumbria says, we had an NHS dentist. This is now closed down and we got no notice that this was happening. I have phoned every NHS dentist in an 80-mile radius and cannot get in anywhere. I don't care about me, but my kids are 8 and 7 and they don't get to see a dentist anymore either. Yeah, exactly. And children's teeth, I mean, so important by that age. You've got your adult teeth and you've got to get those to last for life, or it's going to cost you a pretty penny later on. Right, let's hit up the phone lines. First of all, Edwin in Essex. You've got some dental woes to share, I believe.
Hello, Alex. Good afternoon to you. Yes, I've been cancelled by a local dental teaching hospital, not 10 minutes walk away from your studio. And what they've told me is that any future dental care would have to be done by a local practitioner. Well, that's where it's impossible to get a local practitioner.
And what were their reasons for this? Are they just not offering NHS treatment anymore? Or that you're out of their catchment area?
No, they said that they've changed their criteria and I fall outside of it after decades of them caring for me.
What is their criteria? I mean, surely if you have teeth, you need to see a dentist. That is the criteria.
Yes, I couldn't get that from them. I'm still writing to them, and they take about a month to reply to a letter I send them. So I've got to send them another letter and keep forcing the issue. But,
and have you tried to look for another dentist near you?
Yes. And I mean, dentistry is only funded by about 50% by the government. And what annoys me is that migrants can come here and they can get dental treatment. They've never paid anything to this country, where people have paid pounds and pounds of taxes and can't get dentists. And then, quite frankly, if we didn't have migration, there'd be enough money to fund the dental services properly in this country.
Yeah, I mean, you make a very interesting point there, that even though we talk about it being NHS dentistry, it isn't. Actually, the patient still has to pay a huge amount themselves, and it's merely subsidised. And yet, it also seems to me that if you do go to a dentist regularly, if you can get to see a hygienist on a regular basis and problems can be spotted sooner, at the end of the day, it saves a lot of money. Edwin, would you consider getting a dental plan, some sort of private insurance?
Well, not private insurance, but I'll probably have to go private and just pay the full fees. It seems to be the only way out. But it's so annoying when migrants can come in and get free dental care.
Well, it does seem very... no, I agree with you. It does seem extremely unjust that citizens of this country have paid taxes, can't get access to certain things that those people turning up illegally are seemingly getting on the plate because, well, you know, perhaps didn't have a dentist back home and wherever they've come from. Edwin, fantastic speaking to you. I hope you do manage to find an affordable dental plan or an NHS dentist and your beaming smile is well looked after. Let's have a chit-chat now with Craig in York. Craig, how are you doing today?
All right, and you, Alex. So about 4 weeks ago, I had to pay for my spousal visa for my wife and kids to 12 years here. Part of that is that, so it's 12.5 grand for 2.5 years. And in that, it says that you'll get free dental care on the NHS. We can't get a dentist for love or money. And when I've questioned it and say, well, do I get any money back because you can't get dental care, they just ignore you. And, I mean, the response to me is, well, you just need to go private.
I mean, and have you thought of doing that? Have you sort of said to yourself, well, this is a no-win situation and I need to protect my oral health and I'm going to have to bite the bullet with the teeth I have left and actually get some sort of dental plan?
So for my wife and I, I've got no issue and going private, but I'm getting charged up front for 2.5 years to pay for this up front. And when I want to use it, I'm not allowed to use it. So rather give me the option then to opt out of it. I had this, and when you need to use it, that it's not available to you.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty bad and shocking. I mean, shocking, actually. You often find this as well, don't you? You know, the UK economy actually grew in one of the previous quarters, not because we're doing anything brilliant and manufacturing's booming, but because of private medical insurance. And believe you me, if you try and get a dental plan or private medical insurance right now, you're going to be paying more than you would have ever done before. They know how to profit from a system, that is for sure. Thank you so much, Craig in York. Let's have a chat now with Tony in Essex. Tony, have you been to the dentist lately?
Where are they? Try and find one. I've pulled out over 17 of my teeth over time.
What? Over 17?
Yeah. Over time, yeah. Because I couldn't afford a dentist, and that was it. I just couldn't afford it. I mean, because I've had children I've had to look after, and I couldn't. So I've spent the money on them than me. So that's what's happened. Yeah. I
mean, are we talking about, when you say over time, is this across an entire lifespan of decades, or is this something that you've been getting the toolbox out of the...
No, I actually, when I pulled the first one out, I was in so much pain, and I just pulled it out, but then I got a gum disease through doing that.
Well, I bet. I mean, it's not recommended pulling your own teeth out without proper you know, anaesthetic and antibacterial stuff.
Yeah, but the pain, you try and put up with the pain, you can't do it. If you've got no money, I mean, I'm just now a poor old pensioner, and I can't afford it. So I'm thinking maybe I could go over to France, come back on a boat and get all my teeth done.
Oh, yeah. I mean, why not book a holiday to Turkey? No, I mean, it's absolutely... I mean, how did you go about it? If you don't mind me asking, at sort of 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Tony, how did you get these things out? What were you using?
Well, it was horrible. I was in so much pain one night. I went on to the internet, and there was people that pull their own teeth out, and they advise you how to do it. And that's how I done it.
Oh, Tony, I know. I wouldn't recommend anybody going on YouTube to find out how to pull out their teeth.
No, but well, what can you do? You've got no money. You can't afford. You can't even get a dentist about the money. So
it's shocking. And how are you now?
Bad.
Oh, Tony, I'm so sorry. That is appalling. 17 teeth extracted by your good self in your own home. That is not the way, you know, the developing world country should be functioning. Tony in Essex, thank you so much for calling in. Richard in York, have you been getting out the pliers?
I haven't been getting out the pliers, but I have just come back from the dentist about an hour ago. My mouth is still numb. But my dentist retired about a year ago, and I had to go private. And this is one of the things, because pain is so bad, I personally think the government don't clearly care about it. So what I think they're doing is just making people go private or using the internet to pull your teeth out, which I don't recommend, because
I definitely don't recommend that. I'd take a braver soul than me who'd try it.
Gum comes with it.
Oh, look, Richard.
Don't do it.
and how do you rate your dentist? Is he a good one?
She, very, very good. Best dentist I've ever had.
Oh, well, that's good to know. And well done, actually, for calling in with half a numb mouth. You're probably more coherent than me on this Thursday afternoon. Richard in York, thank you ever so much.